73.5 billion hours. That is the total amount of time users spent inside this one digital environment in a single year. It's a mind-bending scale, a truly staggering metric for human attention. What began back in 2004 as a humble educational physics simulator has quietly become an absolute cornerstone of our modern digital reality. Welcome back to Learning with Pratik. If you're new here, I try to increase neuroplasticity by exploring a new topic every day. I do all the reading and researching so you don't have to. Today, we are decoding the Roblox economy. We're examining how a relatively simple game creation system evolved into this sprawling, multi-billion-dollar virtual universe. Chapter 1. The Scale of Roblox, Post-COVID Growth. To truly understand the economic and social mechanics of this platform, we've got to first grasp its sheer, almost incomprehensible velocity. It had a steady climb for years, but things literally exploded during the pandemic. Global lockdowns drove tens of millions of children to use the platform as a primary way to communicate with their friends. By the spring of 2020, over half of all U.S. kids under the age of 16 were playing. Fast forward to 2024, and those numbers have scaled up to an average of 82.9 million daily active users across the globe. Looking at the demographics, you'll see a really diverse distribution across gender, age, and geography. But the absolute most crucial takeaway here is the engagement level. These 82.9 million daily users aren't just logging in passively. They are actively exploring an average of over 21 different experiences every single month. And an overwhelming 80% of this engagement is happening entirely on mobile devices. Chapter 2. An Engine of Creators. Tools for Everyone. So, how does this all build into something so much larger than a traditional game? Well, it relies heavily on a mutually reinforcing network effect. Think of it as a brilliant, self-sustaining loop linking creators and users together. User-generated content attracts players. Then, as the player base and the social network grow, the platform naturally becomes infinitely more attractive to developers. That incentivizes them to build even more engaging content, which of course draws in even more users. To ground this technically, we have to look at the specific tools making this all possible. The entire creation pipeline relies on Roblox Studio, which is a completely free game development software, and Luau, a lightweight, highly optimized programming language derived from Lua 5.1. By offering these comprehensive tools completely for free, and even open sourcing Luau under the MIT license back in 2021, the platform effectively democratizes game creation. It drastically lowers the barrier to entry for everyone, from independent hobbyists to massive, full-scale studios. The technological evolution happening here is relentless, and it's aimed entirely at reducing friction. For instance, a developer can script an experience just once and deploy it instantly across iOS, PC, console, and even VR headsets. But what is truly fascinating is their recent dive into generative AI. By March 2024, they added tools to automatically convert 3D body meshes into live animated avatars, and even generate object textures from simple text prompts. Combined with real-time facial animations driven by motion tracking, this platform is pushing the extreme boundaries of immersive digital creation. Chapter 3. The Robux Economy. Virtual Wealth. Now, let's shift our focus to the financial engine actually powering this universe. Take a look at the stark disparity between the player base and the payer base. 82.9 million daily active users navigate the platform for free. Contrast that with just 1.0 million average daily unique paying users. Statistically speaking, the average daily booking per free user is just 14 cents compared to $11.48 for a paying user. So it is this highly engaged, tiny fraction of paying users who are injecting the capital that funds the entire multi-billion-dollar ecosystem. And a significant portion of that injected capital flows straight back to the creators through the Developer Exchange, or DevEx program. When creators earn virtual Robux, they can exchange them for real-world fiat currency. If we look at the quarterly payouts, there is a staggering escalation, culminating in $280.6 million paid out to developers in just the fourth quarter of 2024 alone. Let that sink in. For many people, this isn't just a game, it is a highly lucrative digital career. So how exactly are these creators extracting that kind of value? It happens through a complex web of microeconomies. First, developers earn through direct in-experience purchases and game passes. Then, creators can design and sell cosmetic accessories in the avatar marketplace. There are also engagement-based payouts. This is a system designed to protect against fraud, financially rewarding developers simply based on how much time premium subscribers spend in their worlds. Finally, there is the high-stakes trading of limited items. These are scarce digital goods driven entirely by supply and demand, functioning remarkably similar to non-fungible tokens, and they sometimes trade for millions of Robux.
Chapter 4. Keeping Children Safe. Moderation and Controls.
Operating an open, user-generated economy populated heavily by minors naturally presents profound societal friction. Objectively speaking, the platform has a complicated history regarding safety. It has faced heavy, sustained criticism over complex content moderation failures, instances of political extremism, and what many advocacy groups describe as exploitative microtransaction mechanics targeting children. These systemic issues are severe enough that the platform has historically been restricted or even completely blocked in several nations, including China, Egypt, Turkey, and Iraq. In direct response to this heavy scrutiny, the corporation executed a substantial overhaul of their safety systems between 2024 and 2025. They shifted away from basic in-app PIN codes to a comprehensive, centralized dashboard. Now, parents can create their own verified accounts and link them directly to their children's profiles. From there, they can remotely enforce hard screen time limits with auto-disable features, apply strict content maturity gates, and implement highly customizable spending restrictions to mitigate any potential financial exploitation. Behind the scenes, the actual back-end infrastructure designed to maintain civility is massive. The platform maintains COPPA certification through the KidSafe program. They utilize a complex combination of machine detection algorithms and human moderators to review every single uploaded image, video, and audio file. Furthermore, text filters are heavily restricted for users under 13, and higher-risk communication features, like spatial voice chat, are firmly gated behind real-world ID verification to protect younger, more vulnerable demographics. Chapter 5. Building the Metaverse, Beyond Gaming. To really understand the ultimate trajectory of this corporation, we have to look far beyond simply hosting video games. The overarching ambition is captured perfectly in their corporate vision statement. Reimagine the way people come together in a world that is safe, civil, and optimistic. CEO David Baszucki has openly cited science fiction literature like Ready Player One as inspiration, aiming to establish genuine human co-experience in synchronous, three-dimensional digital spaces. We are watching the platform deliberately evolve into a comprehensive digital ecosystem. It's already serving as a venue for massive virtual concerts, a laboratory for high-fidelity educational simulations, and a thriving hub for dynamic digital commerce. It is fundamentally blurring the lines between the virtual economy and the real-world economy, permanently changing how users interact, learn, and spend their time online. Which leaves us with a lingering philosophical thought to consider. As these creation tools become more advanced and this digital economy deepens, will this platform become the foundational infrastructure for our future digital lives? Are we literally watching the internet transition from two-dimensional pages into three-dimensional spaces? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you have something particular in mind. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we open a different page. Until then, Pratik out.